Okay, so the next step for us is going to be the nose. So I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to call it nose. Now, this is the second time recording this video because nose is hard, and one of the things I wanted to point out, and you're going to have to find them yourself, but there's galleries on the MacLab, and there's also galleries on Brain Buffet. And so what I recommend, and if you don't have access to the internet or whatever, how are you watching this video? I just thought of that. Yeah, but if you if you can't find these galleries or whatever, grab a comic book, grab an illustration, go online and look for comic characters or illustrations, and take a look at how the noses are drawn. Right? You can see sometimes it's just a shape. Some people are kind of doing a shape with another line, a little circle there for the nostril. Again, a simple shape, a little more detail here. Some of the really great examples up here at the top of the page, right, use a lot of shadow. Right? They're really using the shadows to their advantage to see kind of how it's done, right? So you're going to just have to do a little bit of research and find out how people are doing noses and look at your picture, right? Is yours straight on like this? Is it more to the side like this? Is it straight on like that? Look at a couple of different examples of people and how they did it. And then this is a really great one, straight on, right? Really, really good. Take a look at how it's done, right? And take a look at how you can create these shapes and how other people are doing it, right? A lot of times you get kind of this, I call it the wacky W, right? It kind of looks like this weird W here. But that's one way to do noses that works for a lot of people a lot of the time. And then a lot of people doing just kind of like these little curves, okay? So keep that in mind. Check out the galleries at Brain Buffet or whatever, and then work on it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, let me turn my head back on so I can pick up the color. Alrighty, and then turn that back off. And what I'm going to do, flip that. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit, and I'm going to just basically kind of start where I think I should. Right, kind of coming down here a little bit. Now I notice that I've got a little tiny bit of a bump there, so I'm going to try and draw that in. I think right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to control click and I'm going to do this outside edge here. Alrighty, and then I think I should also kind of do this one here. Oh, that's messed up. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I already got the skin color here, what I need to do is take all of these objects. And by the way, here's another trick, right? I've got this color here. I'm going to, this is the skin color right here. Okay, and what I can do is I can take that color and drag it into the swatches palette. And you see how I just added it right there? So that's my skin color that I've been using for my head because I may need that a couple other times. And then the other thing I can do is I can pick up the darker color, right? The one that I'm going to use for shadows, which maybe that's good. And I'm going to drag that in there too. So now I've got these colors that I can always just kind of jump back to real quick. Okay, so we're going to have a darker inside. And then on this one, of course, I want it to be filled because I want it to hide this other stuff. I want that to be filled with my lighter skin color. Oops, I just did it backwards. All right, like that. So now, open up my layers palette, turn it all on. Okay, and I can see how this line's going over the top, but I filled this part of the nose. So if I just go to this filled path and drag that up to the top, that will hide everything else. Okay, now I think already it's not looking bad. Let me zoom out a little bit. You know what, that's already not looking bad, but I think that if I did some nostrils, it would actually look a lot better. So I'm going to just hide all this again, go to my nose layer, zoom in, and I'm going to just basically draw those nice dark nostrils there that I've got. Particularly nice, I would like to say. As far as man nostrils go, it's a pretty much perfect specimen. So take that. So run and tell that. Alright, so, oops, a little bit too far. Come on, baby. Alrighty, and I'm going to make that a lot darker, right, because it's a shadow. So I'm going to go really, really, really dark. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. You can see only a little bit of it showing, so that's good. That saves me a little bit of work. And with my layers, drag those underneath the nostril. And yeah, I think that's probably going to be just about right. Let's turn everything else on and back out and see how it looks. You know what? Once again, knocking it down. That looks good.